continue to cover this incident between the Indiana Pacers and the Detroit Pistons fans. Again, you know, we cannot drive this home enough. This is something. You go across the board of the four of us here. We've been around a lot of sporting events, all right, either playing in them or watching them. This is the worst thing I've ever seen.
Well, the age of electronics is kicking in because I just got a beat from Joe Dumars, and one of the things he's taking issue with is us sitting up here right now and basically saying that it was justified for those players to go into those stands. He says there's no justification, regardless the fans were wrong, but the players should not exacerbate the situation.
But we're not saying that there's justification. What I'm trying to say is that you can definitely empathize with the reaction of someone who was involved in a very volatile.
And then we saw Zach LaVine light him up, then Giannis, and then Jason Tatum. And tonight it's their #1 guy, Jeremy Grant. Stewart and LeBron. Stewart is hot, and everybody's coming out now.
Now this is ridiculous. He must have caught an elbow or something, but
oh yeah, he's got a lot of blood streaming from the side of the eye. Look, here goes Stewart.
yeah, I think he's a little upset.
You've got coaches, you got security guys. Look at Dwayne Casey's like, just calm down. And there's Cade Cunningham also.
It was along the free throw line on the free throw.
Durant. Oh, and now Booker and Grant Williams are tangled up. As security hustles out onto the floor.
We have a defensive foul on Grant Williams, and we are looking at the hostile act following the foul.
Personal foul on Williams is his third.
And he just wouldn't let Booker go. Yeah.
Puts the Mavericks in the penalty.
I don't know about that one.
Devin Booker to the Suns free throw line, shooting 2.
Well, Booker and Williams still exchanging pleasantries as he steps to the free throw line here.
So the Warriors 10-2. That's going to be a goaltend. Watch out. Miles Bridges did not like the fact that Quinones went to score that one. Look at this. They're all out there. Coach Kerr's trying to break them up. Big John's got Quinones hemmed up. Easy now. Yeah, Grant Williams, I told you he's an agitator, so you knew he was going to be in the middle of things. And it kind of worked out because the scuffle moved toward the Warrior bench, so they didn't have to go too far to let some people hear it. Look at it, they're going head-to-head there.
You did it off the box.
Happy birthday, Bernie. You're a blessing.
Thank you.
Blessing to all of us.
Cruz. Mobley is fouled on the inside, and then a technical foul. Oh, Jared Allen wants a piece of Ben Simmons. That is rare that you see
They're a little bit tied up.
We have a personal foul called on number 22 for Brooker. Now the play's up.
So Donovan Mitchell got in between. Allen went back at Simmons, and Simmons stood there and was...
We're scoreless. We'll stay 0-0 the first 2 minutes. And then
look at Klay
Thompson and McDaniels. What is going on with that? Wow. You've got a full-on fracas going on. Draymond came in to defend Klay. This got out of hand very quickly. Thing like that. What was Jaden McDaniels doing? They were going at each other's heads. That was serious.
Showing a little frustration, and then Gordon bodying up and offensive foul and a technical foul on Victor Wembanyama. Trey Jones trying to hang on, saying
Beal just picked up his 3rd foul. And now Green runs over Nurkic, and he'll be called for the foul, and they're going to take a look at this. See Jason Goebel indicating.
That's the key. He's guarding
Okay, Sohan just tripped Jalen Green. Excuse me, a man in the back.
And Thompson getting into it in the backcourt. And now those two have to be separated.
He's frustrated, and he tripped the men in the backcourt. Referees didn't see it, and then the men took exception and gave him a shove. He was not wrong. That's a dirty play the referees are going to see, and won't be surprised if Sohan's out of here.
Defense, and see if the Bulls respond. Dosunmu trying to hassle Bogdanovic. Bogdan, pull up, got it.
Oh, man, he is nice.
Bogdanovic a little frustrated. That's why we had that delay. I was wondering if it spilled. You see Bogdanovic talking to Quinn Snyder. Wow, right into the face of Quinn Snyder. I wonder what right after that, and look at Quinn Snyder, came immediately over. Wow.
Let's hug it up. Let's hug it up.
He's got the ball, trying to make it a single-digit game and a half. Tough screen by Naz Reid on Caruso. Morris in one motion has to fling up a three, and Caruso and Gobert got into it a little bit, and Vucevic is settling Gobert down. And just letting out the release. And Caruso a little bit of a hip check there, and Gobert with a little extra at the end. And Vucevic immediately.
They were among the league leaders in second-half scoring and second-half point advantage. And Grayson Allen got shoved down, and temper starting to flare. And guys, this is the last thing that you need for either.
Him and Larry, to me, were the first two that you wanted to see all the time.
No doubt, big-time three from Fournier. And we got a little scuffle underneath. Julius Randle. Push. Cameron Johnson. Jerry. And coaches.
He was saying that was on the floor. I didn't see anything there.
Oh, look at this.
The words were between D'Antoni and Blake Griffin. And then Trevor Ariza comes over with the little elbow shove.
Out there and shoot. And Ariza holding on for dear life.
With it.
Third foul on Gordon.
You never want to hurt another player. And that's almost through the head area of Eric Gordon.
Magic aren't all that good in the third quarter. So maybe this continues. And Orlando with a turnover. Oh! Mo Wagner pushes Killian Hayes into the crowd. And now a melee. Right at the Pistons bench. They got to be careful. I'll tell you what, there aren't very many Orlando Magic players down on their bench. A lot of them are in this melee off the bench all the way down to the other end. That could end up being some suspensions for the Magic. Fortunately for the Pistons, it happened on their bench, so it's hard to discern as to who you could possibly say left the bench. None of them left the bench. They were all right there where the action was.
Killian Hayes was thrown into the Pistons bench by Mo Wagner on a hard foul. And it looked like Wagner initially was apologetic, but the damage had been done. And tempers flared on both sides. As you mentioned, the entire Orlando bench made its way over to the Pistons bench. Thankfully, no punches were thrown, but this officiating crew gonna have to get together and try to sort it all out. So let's go back to the initial play.
Loose ball. Here's Killian Hayes going to get pushed by Mo Wagner, pretty aggressively. Hamadou's going to get Wagner right there in the back. Killian's going to get him too.
For an altercation that did not dissolve.
I didn't see that in real time.
I didn't either. So here it is. Hamadou gets Wagner first, and Killian Hayes comes in from the backside. And that's when things got escalated. So the officials are going to take a look at exactly what we're looking at. See coaches from both sides coming in, trying to separate.
I'll tell you this much.
Jamal Mosley, head coach of the Orlando Magic, right in the middle of it as well, trying to get his guys out of there.
If there's an Orlando Magic coach who's responsible for telling the guys that are on the bench, stay back, he must have got ran over.
We do this great interview. He's awesome. And as we're getting ready to say goodbye, Craig.
Uh-oh, we got another one. Another meeting between the Rockets and an opponent.
Well, those two got into it the last time saw Utah, and I'm sure Jabari had not forgotten, taking exception.
This one is broken up much quicker than the one the other night against the Bulls.
In all fairness, Dunn really went at Jabari last time, and he did again. Clearly, those two didn't forget, and nothing connected. A lot of kind of shirt grabbing there.
He tried. Dunn did. That did look like a little bit of a punch motion. Jabari was ready to throw.
Well, those two have history. They locked up very similarly the last time. I don't know if these two are going to be able to finish the ball game because the intention.
After review, Dunn and Smith have both been assessed fighting technical fouls and are both ejected from the game. Play will resume with a Houston throw-in in the backcourt with 19 on the shot clock.
All right, so they're both gone. That was Mark Lindsay, your crew chief. So Jabari Smith Jr. has been ejected, as has Chris Dunn.
Well, you have a fight on the other end. Rivers and Mo Bamba getting into it. I have no idea what happened, but it is an all-out melee under the basket right now.
Yeah, Austin Rivers got some good.
I think Bamba came off the bench to throw punches at Rivers.
That's crazy.
There will be a number of ejections here, and Bamba is still hot.
I've never seen that before. Torian Prince is hot too, by the way.
Jalen Suggs, a takedown of Austin Rivers.
That may cost Jalen an ejection there.
It might, Jeff, but if two players are just throwing haymakers at one another.
As a teammate, you got to jump in there. I'm just saying what the fallout may be.
Following players have been issued technical fouls and ejected from the game. Austin Rivers, Torian Prince, McDaniels, Mo Bamba, and Suggs. 5 technical fouls. We're all set. There'll be 1 free throw for Orlando.
I think even the Minnesota fans are unhappy with Suggs' ejection.
Harden fouled by Ingram. Do they count it? No. They say the foul occurred before the gather.
And he never put the ball back down.
And I think another technical foul's been handed out. Now Ingram looks like he's confronting Jason Phillips.
Well, the technical foul was on Ingram for shoving James Harden after that play.
I'm not sure what happened.
Ingram, who's usually pretty mild-mannered, was hot. Now Paul punches a throw. Paul and Rondo throwing punches. Ingram comes in. He's throwing punches. Security trying to separate. So are some of the teammates. Boy, that quickly erupted into something ugly. Getting Paul out of it. As Mark said, when Chris Paul was over here, he said that Rondo spit on him.
Back out to Butler, doesn't hesitate, and a good decision by Jimmy Butler, who has 24. Watch out. Fight. Watch out. Lopez and Ibaka throwing punches.
Oh, yeah. Let me tell you. Yeah, they threw some big ones there. They got to get Ibaka out of here now. I don't know who started it, all right, because you could see we were going the other way. Now, right now, Mirotic is coming down here now. He's got to understand. You got to stay in the game. It happens right here, a little in the back by Ibaka, and Lopez is telling him now. So he takes the ball out of his hand, and that's what starts it. Now you're going to see as they reach, by grabbing Lopez's side of his neck, Lopez lands a punch, but then Ibaka come back and he lands one. Friday night fights?
Yeah, no. Boy, Ibaka just ducked out of harm's way and then countered with that right hand.
Now, see, DeRozan does a great thing.
46 points, 12 rebounds, 4 assists. And Lyles with Lopez. Lyles with Lopez going at it. Coach is getting involved. It spills into the scorer's table. And Lopez, he has been upset the entire second half. And look at Lopez, a man possessed.
Well, I said play with force, so there's that. This has been a very physical game from the very beginning. Lopez has been irritated since the time he got his eye busted open. Trey Lyles, he don't care. He's gonna step to you.
Let's take a look here. Lyles committed the foul, and then he just mushed Lopez in the face. But Lopez has been chirping this entire second half.
That doesn't show the whole lead up to the whole altercation. I'm going to say this. I do not condone fighting.
Yes.
But the team that I have been covering over the last several years hasn't had that type of fight in them. And if you want to get to the postseason, if you want to have success, you need to have a little bit of it.